do better than that. So we'll do what we can in terms of helping with food storage. It'll be our modest contribution. So we're going to really work with our customers to help them live a more sustainable life at home. So more sustainable life at home, energy and resource independence. And the third area is better life for people and communities. The people that help make our products around the world. So it's the people making cotton. About 2 million people picking cotton for IKEA. And that's why we're going for 100% better cotton. Because we want those people to have a good quality of life and benefit from doing business for us. As simple as that. Any other answer to that isn't acceptable. We're looking at our own value chain, the 1,100 suppliers we have. So we've actually, just at the end of August, we got to 100% compliance with our code of conduct. Many companies have code of conduct nowadays. We've had one for 10 years. We've actually recorded it, on average, it's an audited improvement in the supply chain every 5 hours since 2000. 170,000 audited improvements. So that can be an effluent treatment plant going in, or it can be people being paid the right amount it says on their contract. Or working hours coming into line. So we got to 100% compliance. We lost, we parted company with about 30 suppliers. We didn't do that lightly. We worked aggressively with all of our suppliers, communicating this is it's no longer partial compliance isn't acceptable. It's got to be 100%. And then 30 primarily chose not to do it. Quite frankly, mostly around working hours. They had people working way too long. Wasn't acceptable to us with parted company. And we've taken some business consequences where 1 or 2 products won't be available for a period of time. Our retailers, the people in the stores, actually when we communicated that, people said, good, we know we're serious about what we're doing if we're actually prepared to take business consequences rather than say, okay, we'll pass you because otherwise we won't be able to sell the product. We have to be prepared to do those things. And then we'll look seriously into some other issues, because we've secured minimum wage, overtime, social benefits. It's not enough, really. I've got this view that actually all trade should be fair trade. Simple as that. Unfair trade. It's the 21st century. Unfair trade is just fundamentally unacceptable. So we'll ask deep questions of ourselves with our suppliers about, are we fully delivering an acceptable set of conditions for people so that they have a good quality of life, and you'd be happy if your cousin was working anywhere in the value chain? Would I be happy if it was a family member of mine who was working, whether it's in Shenzhen or Bangladesh or in Poland? And we know we've done a lot to really improve working conditions, but values move and evolve all the time, and we should actually lead that change. So those are the 3 things we're going to try and do, and we'll also improve communications around this, because we've really not told anybody what we're doing. We had sort of some signage by a fire escape in a store before, a little bit around this. We're not doing this for any other reason than our customers want to know. We had feedback from customers on this. I remember a quote from somebody in Germany who just said, it'd be great if you were doing something on this, but you surely would have told us if you were doing something. So we'll do a better job of communicating to people. So that's our strategy. It goes to 2020. It's part of our group plan. It's a cornerstone of our strategic direction. I sit in executive management in IKEA, so sustainability is always the table. I rarely have to be the first person to raise the issue, quite frankly. It's usually one of my colleagues who raises something first. And I think I've come back with 2 things. One is, this is going to be great for our business. It's the only way. And, we have so much transparency in the world that I'm worried. I think we're actually going to be a fantastic company, doing good things for good reasons and in a highly commercial way as well. My concern is that we will be defined by the 2, 3, 4, 5 things that at the edges of our business go wrong. You've got to work really hard to secure a long-term, robust brand that people trust. And you can only earn trust by, actually, you've got to trust yourself in what you're doing. So we'll be relentless in the pursuit of this, and we'll do our best. But I'm sure it can be done. Any business that's not been doing this, I think it's the investment community's job to really, really make sure the questions are asked of the CEO of the businesses. And this, then I come back to the 1.5, 3, 6, 12. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So from a straightforward managing our business, managing risk, we've got to do it as well. That's all I have to say, so thank you very much.
Stephen will be here for a few hours to answer any questions, but the lunch is waiting for us, and I need to do one small thing before that. We always have a brief explanation from each moderator what is their session about, for those that are not clear where you want to go. So, if I can invite all of the moderators up front to pitch their session, and I will start. My session, of course, is the best one. And so you definitely have to come. It's a Tbli Investor Salon. And we're going to have 5 pitches of impact investing companies and funds that are quite profitable, very, very experienced fund managers and investors. So please take the time. The room is Verveil, Lausanne at 2:30. Piper Beck? Yes.
Okay. So our session is about integrated reporting, and it's about much more than integrated reporting. What is integrated reporting? It's about how organisations create value, and by that we mean how they achieve their long-term ambition, not just their commercial ambition, but actually their high purpose. This is about how businesses are run, not just how they report. Peter Drucker said, what you measure, you manage. And that's incredibly true. Companies that aren't able to produce integrated reports often aren't able to produce them because they're not managing or tracking or measuring any integrated information, so anything beyond financials. So we have panel experts who are going to talk about the progress that's been made in integrated reporting over the past 10 years. They're going to lift the lid on what a good integrated report contains, what as investors we should be looking for, and how as investors we can assess whether a company is actually achieving a proper integrated report.
Okay. Most important, Montreux room at 2:30. Bob Rager.
This is a bit unfair because this really is the best workshop. This unique workshop will give you a tour of the horizon about what the possibilities are in the complex and often confusing world of impact investing. Some of you might feel like you are wandering blindfolded in the dark, that you have missed the potential risks or the opportunities that are out there for you. We have the best expert panel. We have Klaus Tischhauser, who's from Responsibility, Sebastian von Stauffenberg from Microrate in America, James